Today we are taking a look at a verb tense that is misunderstood by many students, the present perfect. Let's get started. Hello and welcome to English Speaking 360. Now, these right here are present perfect sentences. I have worked at McDonald's. Liz hasn't seen the movie yet. And have you ever been to Japan? If you don't know how to use this verb tense very well, stay with me. I will explain everything to you. First, here's something you must know. The simple past and the present perfect are very similar, so you have to be careful. Simple past, we would say, I went to Egypt. For the present perfect, we would say, I have been to Egypt. But what is the difference? I went to Egypt is a past action that is finished, only in the past. So there is no connection to the present. I have been to Egypt, however, is also a past action, finished or unfinished, but there is a connection to the present. And that is the key for today's video. There are two present perfect uses, two different uses. Let's take a look at them. I have seen the new Marvel movie, and I have lived in Canada all my life. Can you spot the difference? Maybe not. It's hard to see. I have seen the new Marvel movie is a past action that is actually finished. The seeing of the movie is over already. And I have lived in Canada all my life is also a past action that is unfinished because I am still living in Canada now. So that is the difference between the two uses of the present perfect. Also, the first use, there is a result in the present. On the other hand, for the second use, there is no result because the action continues to the present. So that's why whenever you use the present perfect, you have to remember that it's a past action that touches the present in some way. Also, today, I'm going to give you 8 signal words that tell you when to use the present perfect. So make sure you stay with me and make sure you write down the 8 words that are absolutely crucial in your understanding of the present perfect. Let's take a look at the first use of the present perfect. Now, here's the same example. I have seen the new Marvel movie. Okay. The past action is finished, so it happened in the past and it's over. But, watch out, there is a result in the present. So the past action is touching the present with a certain result. There is an effect in the present. I've seen the new Marvel movie. What is the meaning of that? The meaning is that I saw the movie in the past. When did I see it? We don't know because we don't care when it happened. Remember this, we don't care when. Now, I know you wonder about the present result. Think about it. I have seen the new Marvel movie. What could be a result in the present right now? One of the possible results could be, I know the story now. I know the story of the new Marvel movie. Or another result could be, I don't want to see it again because I have seen it before. Do you understand the present result? I hope so. Here's another example. I have lost my keys. Okay, it means I lost my keys sometime in the past. When? Remember, We don't know when because we don't care when it happened. It's not important. The focus is on the present result of me losing my keys in the past. So what is the result right now? The result could be I can't get into my apartment. I cannot open the door because I don't have my keys with me. Now, here's a test. Can you say this? I have lost my keys yesterday. Is it okay? No, you can't. But why? Here's the answer. Remember, we don't care when it happened. And right here, what do we have? We have a time expression. If there is a time expression, you must use the simple past. There's no way around it. So you must say, I lost my keys yesterday. Lost is the simple past, and yesterday shows when it happened. Now, how to make a present perfect sentence? That's also an important point, and it's not so difficult. I have visited London. Okay, we always use the verb have, so that's why here I'm going to use my mouse. You see have. Have is the present part, okay? And the perfect part is the PP. Right here, the PP is the past participle, okay? Maybe you don't know the past participle, but I think you know this, right? Visit, visited, visited. The third one is the past participle. For regular verbs, it is with ed at the end. So for regular verbs, the simple past and the past participle are the same. But remember, you need have. But for irregular verbs, they are usually very different. Be, was, been. So you would say, she has been to Japan. This is how to make a present perfect sentence. Maybe you wonder, how about contractions? Okay, if your sentence is positive, for example, I have visited London, if you want to make it shorter, if you want to contract the sentence, you would say, I've visited London. I've visited London. It sounds more natural. She has been to Japan. Can you take a guess? It would become, she's been to Japan. She's been to Japan. It sounds a lot more natural. Now, if your sentence is negative, I have not visited London, what would be the contraction? It would be, I haven't visited London. I haven't visited London. And she has not been to Japan would become, she hasn't been to Japan. She hasn't been to Japan. Now, here's something important for you. We use the present perfect to talk about experience. And this is a key point because it is very useful for job interviews. So if you talk about your experience at a job interview, you must use the present perfect, not the simple past. For example, I have worked in many foreign countries. Oh, very nice. It's a past action, so me working in other countries happened in the past, but it's not only in the past, it is touching the present because right now I have the experience of working with foreign people in foreign countries. So, what does it mean? It means that I can use my experience for your company, and that's why we use the present perfect. Here's another example. I have managed complex projects. So, right now, I can also do it for your company. I have exceeded sales targets. Present result, I can do it again and I can make money for your company right now. Let's take a look at the second use of the present perfect. It's a little bit more challenging. We've seen this example before. I have lived in Canada all my life. Okay, it's a past action, but in this case, the past action is not finished, so that's important. It started in the past, but it continues to the present. You see the arrow, the blue arrow right there, okay? So it continues up to the present. Good. And possibly into the future, but we don't know about that. Here are some examples. We have owned this house for a decade. Okay, it means the action started in the past. We bought the house 10 years ago, a decade ago. We bought it in the past, and the action continues to the present. We still own the house today. And possibly into the future. Maybe we will keep owning the house forever, but we don't know about this. Here are more examples. They have known each other since childhood. They have been married for 20 years. So for these two examples also, the action started in the past and it continues up to the present time. Some words often require the present perfect, and we call them signal words. Signal words are words that when you see them, they give you a pretty good indication that you should use the present perfect. Here's the first example. When you talk about your experience, I have worked at McDonald's for 5 years. 4 plus a duration. For 2 hours, for a week, for 3 months. So when you see that, usually use have plus PP, the present perfect. I have lived in this city since 2020. Since is another signal word. Since plus the starting point of the period of time. Since 2 days ago. Since last year. Since I was young. That shows when the action started. So when did I move to this city? I moved in 2020. So I have lived in this city since 2020. Remember, every time you see for and since, use the present perfect. Here are 3 other signal words. Have you ever eaten kimchi? Ever is used in questions, and when you see it, it's a good indication to use have plus PP, the present perfect. I have never tried kimchi. Never is used in negative sentences and is also a signal word. And the last one, I've had kimchi before. Before is used in positive sentences and also in questions. Have you eaten kimchi before? You could also say that. And remember that if you see those 3 words, you should use the present perfect. Finally, the 3 last signal words for today. Have you finished dinner yet? Yet is used in questions and negative sentences. You've heard not yet before, right? So have you finished dinner yet? I have just finished eating. Just means very recently, and when you see just, we use the present perfect. And the last one, I have already finished eating. Already means earlier than expected. Remember that when you see yet, just, and already, use the present perfect. Here's a good summary of the present perfect. It's a past action, finished or unfinished, it depends. Usually there is a present result or the action is touching the present in some way. There is no time expression. This is super important. And the focus is on experience. Remember also there are 8 signal words that when you see those words, you should know that there's a good chance that you must use the present perfect. Now let's take a quiz and let's check your understanding. Let's go. Have you ever gone skydiving? No, I never skydiving. Here's the verb you must use. You must use the verb go. Are you ready? No, I have never gone skydiving. Here are some key points. You have two signal words here. You have ever in the question and you have never in the answer. Also, we focus on the present result. I don't have that experience, so I am scared, or so I'm a beginner. Here's another question. What should we eat for dinner? Some chicken. And the verb is cook. Give it a try. I have cooked some chicken. Good. Key points. It's a past action. The cooking is already finished. I have cooked some chicken. And the present result is we are going to eat that chicken. Next question. Do you know anything about Asian culture? Yes, in Japan for 3 years. And your verb is live. So think about it and think about the key points. You have a signal word here, for plus a duration, for 3 years. And also, there's a present result. I know about Asian culture because I have lived in Japan for 3 years. Here's a more difficult one. Are you ready for Christmas? No, any Christmas gifts yet. Think about it. Your verb is buy. Key points. Signal word. Did you find it? There was yet at the end. Also, the present result is I am not ready for Christmas. So no, I haven't bought any Christmas gifts yet. Next question. I'm afraid we're going to get lost in Paris. Don't worry. Paris 3 times. And the verb is visit. You ready? Key points. Present result. I know Paris quite well. Because 3 times. So 3 times is a focus on experience. So the answer is don't worry. I have visited Paris 3 times. Or you could say, don't worry. I have been to Paris 3 times. 3 more questions. Have you ever tried dim sum? Yes, I dim sum last month. Okay. The verb is try. Key points. There's a signal word right here, last month, and last month is a time expression. Okay? And the focus is on when it happened, last month. So the answer is yes, I have tried dim sum last month. Right? No? Why are you making that face? If you can spot it, you are good. You have studied well. Yes, I tried dim sum last month. Because of the time expression, you cannot use the present perfect. You must use the simple past. Try this one. Hey, long time no see. How you And the verb is the verb to be. You ready? Key points. There's a signal word, but it's a hidden signal word here. Since we last met, okay? And the focus is on experience. So past experience up to the present day. Since the last time we met until today. So the answer is, hey, long time no see. How have you been? How have you been since the last time we met? Hey, long time no see. How have you been? Very busy at work. The verb is once again the verb to be. Let's go. Key points. Signal word is hidden once again, since we last met. The focus is on experience, the past experience up to the present day. So the answer is, I have been very busy at work. Good job, guys. If you want to learn more useful English, make sure to check out the 2 videos on the right-hand side. Don't forget to like us and don't forget to subscribe. You're helping me a lot. Bye-bye.